identify as Tiffany. Where's my bread? Where is my bread? I was mad at Zach because he didn't pick Bliss, but then I was glad because when you found out what Zach was like, Chelsea's a freak. Chelsea got some hips on her. Marsha was like, babe, this is you. I'm here for you. Let's work it out. Josh wanted to show up. They're not gonna last. Plain and simple. Can't wait for the reunion. Woo.
Oh, I wanna love you. I wanna love you.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Cory. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Join the Cory crew. If you're not and you're used to me, welcome back. I'm gonna do something a little different this time. We're gonna talk pop culture, and in pop culture, we're gonna talk about Love is Blind season 4. Now, I was a little late to get to Love is Blind season 1. I actually just watched it in the midst of watching season 4. But I did watch season 2 and season 3. So anyway, this is about season 4. I wrote down everyone's name so I can remember it. And I'm trying to do it before my sunlight goes away. So let's get started. If you haven't watched episode 1 to 11, turn this off. Because I don't want to spoil your, your show. We're going to start with Irina and Zach. So I am so glad Irina is off. From the jump, I just knew something was off about. No, actually, no, I'm not even gonna say from the jump. From the jump, I was, oh, Irina, like her first, pop on the screen. I was like, okay, But then when they started showing her, with Micah, how they was talking about the girls and stuff, and looking at them when the girls was crying and showing emotion towards the guys. I just knew then. I'm like, okay, she's gonna be a problem. She's young. Her co-signer, Micah, I was not feeling that at all. Then when they went to Mexico, I'm probably gonna be all over the place, but when they went to Mexico, I was like, why are you still there? Like, why are you there? Like, if you don't like Zach, like, you're wasting the time. And Zach kind of knew it. No, not kind of. Zach knew it. He was like, if you didn't, want to be with me, why did you come? Oh, if I didn't want to be with you, I wouldn't be here in Mexico. Zach, I give it to him. He was strong because he held out. He dealt with Irina in all her negative ways. And screw that if you want to say, oh, I wait, I'm slow in my relationships to get touchy-feely. Who are you fooling? It was little things that she would say. And I'm like, you're lying. You're lying to the camera. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to Zach. Why are you wasting his time? Now, moving on, I was mad at Zach because, he didn't pick Bliss. But then I was glad because when you found out what Zach was like, it was like, nah, Bliss is good without Zach. Like, Irina and Zach, let that go. But when they met up, Zach and Bliss, I was like, girl, run for the hills. Because nobody liked Zach. Everybody thought Zach was crazy with the staring and just him. I was like, yo, he looks crazy. Some parts, he looked a little like normal, like, okay. Okay, other parts, I was like, Bliss dodged a good one. Then when they linked up and they started dating, I was like, yo, something's gonna happen. Cause in the pods, they was like this, they connected. And it's crazy because they connected. He proposed to her. I was screaming. I actually started crying on that little yacht when he proposed. I was like, go ahead, Zach, like, get your girl. I wasn't scared that she was gonna say no. I knew they had a connection, like, love is blind. Like, it doesn't matter what he looks like. But then I was like, she don't know how he is. But through it all, she stuck around. I don't know what's going to happen in, like, the finale and the live. But Zach turned over a leaf. You saw a smile on his face. He was real confident. When he was kissing her on the yacht, I was like, yo, slow down, Zach. He went in, but he was like so like, oh, like cringy, like just okay. calm down. He was waiting because he didn't get no play from Irina. I'm happy that they are together for now. But yeah, that little triangle What's crazy? So let's get on to another triangle. Micah and Paul. Micah, she was Irene's, like I said, co-signer. I knew she wasn't for Paul. Like, she was kind of like, not kind of, she was like Irina, playing the games, whatever. But after a while, I think she fell for Paul. But then I kind of think like she's just playing it. Like, she did a switch, a 180. Like, now she's like, guys, I like him and all this. Her friends are like, no, that's not you. Paul is not you. You could tell Micah's a party girl, and she's still young, and I think she's not ready. Paul, his looks, like at first in the pods, he looked like a dad. But then after a while, I guess when they went back home and he grew out his hair a bit, I'm like, oh, Paul, he looked decent. He looked good. I don't know, Micah and Paul, it's a little weird to me. Like, what do you think? I don't know if they're gonna last. She might be able to tame it down and get married. Their story wasn't a lot, but when it came to the threesome, the triangle with Kwame and Micah, Kwame, what are you doing? Why are you after her? Like, when they was in Mexico and stuff and they got to see each other, he was wrong. He was dead wrong for that. Like, spending 1 minute too long is too much. You're engaged with somebody, you're talking. That reminded me of the whole Mallory and, I forgot his name, Jer whatever, on season 2. It was like, why are y'all still communicating? Y'all have your fiancés. Like, I know y'all was dating everyone in the pods, but now you made that commitment to whoever your fiance is, but now you're in Mexico still talking to others, trying to get to know. Like, it could be like, oh, hi, let's meet, you know, it was nice meeting you, let me see you in person. But then their conversation by the pool and stuff, I give it up for Chelsea, because if that was me, some hair would have been pulled. Like, you all haha laughing. No, Kwame would have got it too. Like, she did put it down on Kwame in Mexico, like, just zip it. Like, you're still talking to her, what is there? And then when she came to, not when she came to the birthday party. Was it the birthday party? They was somewhere, and Michael was around Jackie and Tiffany at the bar, and Micah's so clueless. She didn't see Irene, whatever, talking to Paul. Like, she missed that because she was so wrapped up under Kwame. I'm like all over the place. She was so wrapped up under Kwame, she didn't even notice her own guy talking to her best friend. Let's touch on that now. She knew it, but then she played dumb like she didn't know it. Then when she confronted Irina, it was just like a little brush off. Irina's like, okay, no. Girl, it's just too many parts to it. Micah was under Kwame, which made her not see her best friend Irene talking to her fiance, Paul. I don't get it. Like, when they sat down and talked, she's like, I didn't even know. Because you was all up Kwame's ass. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to get all sidetracked because my sun is going down. Do I think Micah and Paul is going to last or make it? To say I do. My prediction is, I feel Micah can change, but they just a little off. They didn't really get to know each other. I feel like they were just like, okay, well, we know that the editing only shows what they want to show, so we don't know how long they've been talking on everything they said to each other. But it made it seem like since she said no to Kwame, the next best thing for her was Paul, and she just like, yes. I feel like they didn't know each other. Like, they're not compatible. Is it just me, or do you feel that way too? Since we talked about Kwame, let's move on to Chelsea and Kwame. It's just so many people going back and back and back and back. Yeah. So, Kwame and Chelsea. Chelsea's a freak. Chelsea got some hips on her. When I saw her walk out the sliding doors to meet Kwame, I was like, okay, girl, she got some hips on her. She's a freak. I don't know if you peeped that, but when they was kissing, her hair was all just messy, no lipstick no more. Like, she was waiting to see Kwame. Don't tell me that she didn't know Kwame's background, like the name Kwame, whatever. She didn't think it was a white guy. She didn't think it was some other guy, like maybe Indian, maybe. But no, like she knew. She got her chocolate man. Their whole thing, I don't know if you've seen it, but we seen that Kwame was on some other show. I don't know if it's real with him. Maybe he's ready to settle down. The whole thing with being in Portland. He lives in Portland and Seattle, which is I think 2.5 hours. And he don't want to move, and he keep on saying, you know, it's nothing out here for me. Unless he loved Chelsea that much, I don't see him moving. I don't see it working out. I would like for it to work out. Chelsea is a little strong head. I wonder what her sign is. Is she older than Kwame? Or they the same age? She comes off older. She comes off like demanding, but he's like he seems like the type that's like okay. I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get that? I think they will get married, but it's not gonna last. Their chemistry is on fire. Like what we see, their chemistry is on fire. Obviously, their compatibility, whatever you want to call it, that happened in the pods, getting to know each other, it was A1, because if not, they wouldn't be together. But then when they met each other, Chelsea's all over that. She gonna make it happen. She might even agree to what's the word? Help Kwame out, you know, with his whole thing living in Portland and he don't have nothing. They might make it work because she's all over him, all over that chocolate. Those little tidbits that she said in Mexico, like, oh, I'm hurting, like, girl, she loved her some Kwame. Kwame, he needs to back off from Micah. Hopefully that's a wrap. Hopefully, if they don't survive, both couples, I hope Kwame doesn't go after Micah. We'll see. Let's go with Jackie and Marshall. Plain and simple, Jackie don't know what she wants. She want a roughneck. Jackie. If I could speak to Jackie, I'd be like, yo, you have a once-in-a-chance lifetime, or had a once-in-a-chance lifetime, to find your match. You found him. He does for you, like, that night in Mexico, when she freaked out, he stayed and waited and like consoled her and everything. And he could have walked out. He could have left. He could have been like, yo, this is too much to handle. Like, I just met you. Like, yeah, you're my fiance, but I don't have to go through this. But he stayed there. A lot of guys wouldn't do that. I'm not saying a lot of guys would just leave, but a lot of guys would be like, I'm going to go out. You know, I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to go sit by the pool. Get some air. He stayed in that room and waited out for her to go through whatever mental thing. She got mental things going on, because when they went back home, she was like, my family, like, I don't have this. And it made me think, like, she lives in some place, like, she's scared to show. Did they show her family? Did they meet her family? I don't know. Did they show her house? I don't think so. It makes me think, like, back to season 1, because I got that in my head. The self-sabotaging with Gigi. That's what Jackie is. She's messing herself up. Like, Marshall is here. He was cooking her breakfast. Like, she was like, oh, I never had this. And Jackie could eat. She was eating in Mexico. She was eating back home in Seattle. Like, Jackie could eat. And Marshall was cooking. Marshall was like, babe, this is you. I'm here for you. Let's work it out. Then she ain't satisfied. She wasn't satisfied. Josh wanted to show up. Josh, obviously everybody don't like Josh, because when he showed up at his birthday party, everybody's like, ugh. So something, while they was in the pods, Josh wasn't a fan favorite. He went to Marshall like, I'm gonna take your girl, or whatever he said. And then he's like, I'm just joking. Me personally, I always think when people joke, it's 50% of the truth. They just say it's a joke because they really want to see how you're gonna react. So if somebody's like, oh, blah, 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 I'm just joking, they really 50% telling the truth, but they put it as a joke just to see how you react. And that's what Josh did, obviously, because he went after Jackie. Jackie wants somebody to slam her, smack her. She want to get into arguments, have makeup sex. Like, Marshall might be that, but how do you tell a man, what did she say to him? Boss up, man up, boss up, whatever. I would get mad too. Like, there's ways to tell a man, like, I want it this way in the bedroom, whatever. I don't know what Marshall was doing because she's like, you don't do nothing in the bedroom. Maybe he does something, but it's not what she wants. Like, it's not enough. But there's ways to say that. Josh is not what you need. Josh is not what you want. He doesn't even look the part of what she wants. She said she wanted somebody taller. I think she said tattoos. That's not Josh. Josh is just another guy coming around, showing her attention. She's loving it. They're not gonna work. Jackie don't know what she wants. She just needs to go back to working or whatever she's doing because she wasted her time on that show. Jackie, Jackie, Jackie. Jackie, 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 Jackie. I feel for Marshall. Like, he's a sweet guy. He is a sweet guy. He will find a girl. Marshall, hey. If you single, I don't know about me coming to Seattle, but we could meet up somewhere. Last but not least, Tiffany and Brett. Is it too good to be true? I identify as Tiffany. I am in my mid-high 30s, single looking. Where's my Brett? Where is my Brett? Like, yo, I wrote that on my Instagram story and I had so many people comment like, me too, girl, where's my Brett? I just hope it's not too good to be true because they look, first of all, they look good together. That chocolate on chocolate, like, and Brett, he's fine. Nothing's bad about him, but like, if I saw him, I would go for him, but I wouldn't be like, oh, come here, come here. But seeing his personality and how he handles Tiffany, Brett, you got a cousin? You got a brother? I don't do uncles. I don't know. But so, you got a friend? They have great chemistry. Obviously, he's more of a spender, electronics, and she's more reserved. So hopefully that balances out, right? That should balance out. They already talked about money habits and bills and stuff. Like, I feel it's going good. Her family likes him, his family likes her, friends, all that. All that. Their sex life look like it's great. Like, oh, come on. I hope they make it to the altar and say I do each. What do you think? Do you think they're gonna both say I do? I would be heartbroken, like, if they don't. Like, what would be the reason one of them say I don't or I cannot? I haven't seen no reason for them not to go with it. If nobody else gets married on this season, I hope it's Tiffany and Brett. Like, if not Brett, hi, I'm Cory. I live in Atlanta. I am single. I have no kids. I love electronics like you. Yeah, just hit me up. This is my take, my final take on all the couples. Zach and Bliss, I think they're gonna say I do each. I don't see no negativity for them. Unless Bliss is like, my father, my father, my father. Other than that, I think they will both say I do. Micah and Paul, Micah's gonna say no. Paul is gonna say yes. Chelsea and Kwame, I think this is the hardest one. I feel they could both say yes and they both could say no. Or one vice versa. My prediction is Chelsea's gonna say yes. And Kwame's gonna say yes, but for the sake of the show, the camera. That's what I think. Jackie and Marshall, they're off. Jackie and Josh, they're not gonna last, plain and simple. Can't wait for the reunion. Woo! And then Tiffany and Brett, that's a hard yes for me. Both of them are gonna say yes. The finale comes out April 14th, and then the live reunion, Netflix's first live reunion. Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I think Chelsea is gonna say something to Micah. Those are my predictions, my opinions, my recap on this season 4 of Love is Blind. Leave your comments. Tell me who's your favorite couple, who's your least favorite couple. Who do you think is gonna say I do? Who do you think is gonna say I can't, I don't, whatever it is. Thank you for watching. It's your girl Cory. I will see you in my next video. Take care. Later.